raises the question, do you think we could even build the Canadian Pacific Railway today? I'm not sure we could. What about our national highway system? Do you think that could get built today? There'd be some gatekeeper wanting to block it. I mean, if we can't even transit goods across our borders, why would anybody allow a railway or a highway to be built? Forget transmission lines or pipelines. I'm not sure we can get anything done as long as this gatekeeper economy continues to stand in the way. We forget that there was a time when we got things done in this country. This is the country that discovered and isolated insulin, for God's sake, saving the lives of millions of diabetics. We discovered stem cells, which treats cancer and countless other conditions and has the promise to repair spinal cords and bring sight to the blind. We created a mechanical arm that can go into outer space and move hundreds of thousands of kilograms of weight with a remote control, the Canadarm. We conquered Vimy Ridge. We liberated the Dutch. We fought and succeeded at Juno Beach. Of course, that was at a time when if you said, oh, I've been triggered, it didn't mean that you heard a comment that hurt your feelings. It meant that you had been shot at by enemies on the battlefield. That was the generation of that time. We are a country that once had a government that would stand up and lead the world against apartheid.
I would also like to pay special tribute to the Prime Minister of this country, Brian Mulroney, who has continued along the path charted by Prime Minister Diefenbaker, who acted against apartheid. Great Canadian people, whom you represent, and with whom we believe you are in full accord on the question of South Africa. They have proved themselves not only to be steadfast friends of our struggling people, but great defenders of human rights.
Now we have a government that's too terrified to speak out against the genocide of the Muslim minority in China. We have today a country where some people seriously talk about banning local kids' sports organizations from keeping score for fear of hurting the losing team's feelings. This is the country, Madam Speaker, of Paul Henderson, who scored the winning goal in the Summit Series with less than a minute left to electrify the world and send a signal in favor of freedom and against communism back in '72. Madam Chair, one day, I believe that we will knock down these gates and remove these gatekeepers altogether to make Canada a place where it's the easiest place on planet Earth in which to build a business, the fastest place to get sign-off to build something, the freest place on Earth in which to do commerce, to buy, to sell, to work, to build, to hire, to take risks, and yes, to even win.